Yo, like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell so be notified every time I upload. Off day, undisciplined day for me. However, yesterday was really, really, really nice, man. Let's get to this weather real quick. Let me get that pulled up. Hit a lot of spots, man. That Atlanta game, everybody got their hits, runs, and RBIs, man. That was nice. Everybody got their hits, runs, and RBIs, except for one person. I forgot who that was. But yeah, we got some weather. Well, only one. I'll tell you right here. I already know it either way it go. But this is Kevin Roth. This is my weather guy. If you guys don't know, now you know. You can go here and he'll have a weather link. Give it a like and read. Rotogrindsweather.com weather MLB. Bam, hit that, and then boom, there you go. We here at the weather page. All right. So only one concern here. Atlanta and Chicago might be too close to call for now. But a big storm south of Chicago will glance the city, leaving the game with a light to moderate, steady rain through game time hours. Maybe they can play through it. We don't know. Maybe they'll late start, but it would take hours. Not sure yet, but which way they'll go. A wind's in from right at 10 miles an hour. So shitty little weathers and stuff like that. And then the rest of this game, Cleveland, Minnesota, St. Louis, winds in the left. Winds in from right around 10 miles an hour. Winds in at Minnesota, winds in from center at 10 miles an hour. And St. Louis, winds left to right at 10 miles an hour. Okay. So that's the weather in a nutshell. But yeah, man. Today is going to be, I don't know, man. It's probably going to be a little shade of undisciplined. The weather is coming down. I'm right here by Chicago. The rain is coming down. So I got to do a fiddle with my mic a little bit today. Um, Other than that, let's get to it. Let's breeze straight through it. Houston Astros at New York Yankees. The return of Verlander. The return of Cortez. I do like Houston Astros versus left hand pitching there. Two bats here. I'm looking at none other than uh, Kyle Tucker and Jordan Alvarez. Hits, runs, and RBIs for these guys. I already sprinkled on it. For both of them, Kyle Tucker. Anytime he gets a lefty, you already know it's go time. If you ask me, all right. And then Jordan, the same thing versus lefties and righties. He's just really, really, really good. I couldn't talk off a lot of stuff here. If I had to bet this game, it probably would be Houston Astros or nothing for me, even on the road. Verlander, I was torn, man. I don't know if I want to go to his strikeouts or his outs, but I think both of them are in play. You can look at his outs. Outs is sitting at 17.5 for the parlay piece. They're in play right there at 17.5. His strikeout prop was sitting at, I think it was sitting at 5.5. I think so. It is what it is, though. Let me see. Yeah. So, did I have any more players in my player pool before I'll keep it moving from this game? Actually, I just put those two. I know I just put those two in the player pool there. That's all I had put in there, I think. Yeah. Just going through my pool right now. Yep, those are only two guys. Yep. Kyle Tucker, he's got those splits though, lefty lefty, 1,000 OPS versus lefties. So it is what it is with that one there. Tampa Bay Rays at Detroit Tigers here. Just like yesterday, it was Tampa Bay Rays and nothing for me, but I didn't have nothing for that game. This today's game here, Scooble, we got Savali and Scooble on the mound. Scooble is better at home than he is on the road. So far, in these few games this year. Take it with a grain of salt, whatever the case may be. Probably if I'm betting this game would be Tampa Bay Rays or nothing for me or whatever, but not one of my favorite games here. If I had to take a bet from here, it would probably be what's the kid? Yandy Diaz. Yep. Atlanta Braves and Chicago Cubs. It's a weather game, man. So we have to wait and see. It's nasty. 121 game, first pitch at 121. It is raining. It's just wet. I'm looking out the window. So I'll tell you this: if this game didn't have any weather implications, I would be looking at versus a right hand pitcher. I would be looking at Morel. Candelario, and I couldn't talk you off Hap. Okay, those are three guys that I would probably be looking at in this game. But I probably won't mess with nobody from this game here. And Atlanta Braves, these guys, they're self-explanatory. The Chicago Cubs, they'll be rolling out a bullpen game. Excuse me, I think this is a bullpen game for them. Don't quote me on that, but it is what it is. Miami Marlins at, but like I said, Atlanta Braves. Come on, man. You know the deal. Versus righties, you know the deal, man. I ain't gotta go there with you guys. Miami Marlins at Texas Rangers here, over under 9 in this spot. Soriano and Gray on the mound. This looks like a bullpen game for Miami Marlins here. And then you got Texas Rangers. Now, hits, runs, and RBIs and things of that nature. We do have over under 9 here. Not one of my favorite games. Corey Seager's been on fire. So if you want to get to the hits, runs, and RBIs, for him at a minus 155, be my guest. He just came right back and got into the thick of things. Adolis Garcia's been playing some good ball as well. So hits, runs, and RBIs for him at minus 120 for 1.5. I couldn't talk you off of that. Josh Chisholm looked like he was in an okay spot. I like him versus this guy is a righty here, I want to say, or a lefty righty. What? I got it on my player pool though. Mm, pull up some numbers for you guys. And I probably didn't add, unless he's at the bottom of the list. Yeah, Jazz Chisholm. Uh, I'm not messing with Jazz Chisholm. I'm not. I'm gonna take that back. Okay, but it ain't cause of John Gray. I'm not a fan of John Gray. I think I just want to stick to the. I think I just want to stick to the. To the. I think I just want to stick to the. Texas side of things here. Okay. But it's like I said, the usual suspects. Maybe take a stab. Maybe take a stab at Corey Seager and parlays and straights for Adolis Garcia. There. All right. Next game on the docket here is going to be the Washington Nationals at Cincinnati Reds. We got a Don on the mound. We got Abbott on the mound in Cincinnati. No bad weather. This ballpark, you already know. All right, so I expected them to put up a little bit more runs yesterday, but they came out in fuego. I was all over Matt McClain, and he did that for me. All right, now all these guys are in play here. So let's see. I imagine Jake Fraley will be in the lineup, so I'm going to have some interest there for him. Hits, runs, and RB. Let me just go through it. Let me go through it here. No, I didn't mean to do that. Y'all keep let me do that, man. Why y'all keep letting me do that, man? I ain't mean to push that button. Do that every day, man. Do that every single day. Let's go back to his runs and RBI. I like my stuff to be all neat and closed up and stuff like that, man. So it's not even like that no more. It is what it is, though. Let's just do it like this, okay? All right, so Ellie Dela Cruz, Jake Fraley, even Matt McClain, all these guys are in play, okay? Yeah, all these guys are in play. Even Will Benson, I couldn't talk off any one of these guys. They coming down on Will Benson, man. It used to be like plus 135 for his runs and RBIs. Then it was like plus 120 for his runs and RBIs. Now it's at plus 115. And yes, I'm going. It's not an official play, but yes, I'm going to go there. Okay. Definitely. All right. So, um, this Washington team now, Ellie Dela Cruz, Jake Fraley, and Will Benson. I know I'm sprinkling on them. I know I sprinkled on them, and I need to check out the lineups. Matt McClain, if you want to look at him for a home run, of course, parlay piece at a minus 170 is definitely in play here. All right. But on the other side, we have um So versus lefty, Lane Thomas, he hit. Well, I think he hit two bombs yesterday, so he's definitely he could be heating up. All right, so this ballpark is small, but two bats here. All right, Lane Thomas versus lefties, always in play. On a road versus left hand pitching, it's probably one he batting some of his best. He's doing some of his best work. I had some numbers: 236 isolated power, WRC Plus is at 173. His batting average 364, slugging 600, and his OPS is uh one over 1,000, 1,017. Okay, so it probably was a small sample size on the road versus lefties, but overall versus lefties, he's pretty good. Okay, he's pretty good overall versus lefties. Stone Garrett is another bat I wanted to talk about. Another sample size on the road versus lefties, but his batting average 396. Um, on base percentage 455, slugging 771, OPS 1225, isolated power 375, WRC plus a whopping 270. That's versus lefties on the road. Those two guys, I'll be looking at them pretty hard. We probably should see a lot of Stone Garrett. You know, they got rid of Candelario, so we'll see what the fuss is about. Okay, but I couldn't talk off any bats here. Now, um, Abbott, man, Abbott at home, like. Ugh, Abbott at home. I'm a little bit skeptical. This team, they don't strike out. Washington don't strike out much. So I'm a little bit hesitant, man. I wanted to go to his outs at 17 and a half, and you're getting it at a nice number at minus 115. He's got like 3 outings where he's pitched well over 100 pitches. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. If Washington comes out here, yeah, I don't know, man. This small ballpark gives me the creeps, man. So I'll just look at the bats here, okay? I'll look at the bats. Toronto Blue Jays at Red Sox here. It's a lot of Red Sox here that have some history versus Barrios. Now I don't have a pitcher out for the Boston Red Sox, so I don't know what's going to happen with that situation. But as far as the Boston Red Sox bats here, there's some guys that got some history here. Now, yesterday I went to Duran. He for hits, runs, and RBIs at 2.5. He hit a home run for me. I'm gonna end up going right back to the well. He might go back to the well on the home run for him because he's got one single, a double, and 2 home runs. He is 4 for 8 versus Barrios. There's a lot of history between Barrios and these guys. Masaka Yoshida, 4 for 6, 2 singles, a double, and a home run. Alex Verdugo, 7 for 20. 5 singles, a double, and a home run. Rafael Devers, 5 for 28. He's only batting 179 versus him, but he's got a single, a triple, and a home run. So there's some bats over here that had some nice history versus him. I believe the last 2 or 3 games, Boston Red Sox have beat Barrios. We got to over under 9.5 in this spot. Hits, runs, and RBIs is what I'll be looking for in a total like this. So, like I said, I'll probably be going back to the well with Duran at 2.5. Masaka Yoshida, if I want to put him in a parlay, I might. Devers, parlay piece at minus 155. Vladdy, I think Vladdy hit a bomb yesterday. He's a parlay piece. So we'll see. We'll see. But I know I'm going back to the well on Duran at 2.5 at plus money there. Okay. Sure. All right. So keep it moving. Kansas City Royals at Philadelphia Phillies here. On the mound, we have Marsh and Sanchez. Okay, so Marsh, he will give it up. All right, he's been giving up power, especially to lefties. So the lefties are in play here. It just is what it is. So honorable mention here is going to be Bobby Witt. He continues to ball out. Got to throw him in a parlay piece for his runs and RBIs at this price here, or maybe just put him in a hit parlay because I do got some love for the pitcher Sanchez here. So and I do think he's going to pitch well. So I might temper my expectation for the hits, runs, and RBIs on the Kansas City side, but. Bryce Harper, he let us down. He let me down yesterday. I had him for 2 hits, runs, and RBIs. He didn't do anything. I'm going right back to the well on this one here at minus 150. Like I said, this kid here, Marsh, he's giving it up. Man, launch angle like 19 right now, 20 or some shit like that. So you could probably look at Kyle Schwarber for a bomb or his 6 runs and RBIs sitting at minus 140. I couldn't talk you off of that. Nick Castellanos is just good. And Freddie Furman, I probably won't be going there. But even you could look at um, You can even look at Brandon Marsh. You'll get a nice number for him. He'll probably be hitting at the back end of that order. But this is how it works when you bet these. You string up some bats together. You got to bet them straight, but it is what it is. All right. So there you have that. It's the lefties for me. All the lefties in play, even if you're doing hit parlays. If it be Philadelphia Phillies is nothing for me in that spot. Baltimore Orioles, New York Mets at Baltimore Orioles, and I'm right here, right off the back. I'm looking at Baltimore Orioles, even though we do have a 9.5 over under in this one here, so I do expect runs to be put up here. I do like Francisco Lindor at his runs and RBIs at 1.5. Pete Alonso his runs and RBIs at 1.5. We do have some bats here that have a lot of history versus this each other, both of these respectively pitchers. So I want to see who's going to be in the lineup. All right. Uh, Mount Castle, I couldn't talk off any of these guys here. Um, I couldn't talk you off any of these guys here. All right. Hayes, any of them. If I'm picking a side, it's going to be Baltimore in this spot. But I want to see who's in this lineup. I want to see who's in these lineups. If you want to get to this Lindor, I think you should get there early and often, like right away. Yep, Gunnar Henderson, because these guys will be 2.5 later for sure. Some of them. San Francisco Giants at Oakland Athletics here. We got an over under of I think it's 9 in this spot. 7.5. Okay, 7.5 here. Now I don't really want to target too many bats from this game here, but if I had to, it's two bats that I would look at, one from each side. We could look at Lamonte Wade Jr. I like him. His hits, runs, and RBI sitting at -1 at -110 for two there. But with a low total like this, it would probably be the just maybe a hit parlay or something like that. And the kid, Zach been on fire. His runs and RBIs at -110, and like I said, it would probably with a low total like this, would probably just sit into a hit parlay for me. But the dogs could be barking in this one here. What's the numbers here for this here? They plus 148, and you can get a plus one. You can get a 1.5 for -118. I'm gonna lean towards the 1.5. It's just a lean. I'm gonna lean towards the 1.5 with Oakland here. All right, with Blackburn on the mound. I think Stripling. He's giving up an 800 OPS to lefties and righties. You got guys like Brent Rooker. You got some guys here. Okay, this is probably one of those games there. This is probably one of them games. Blade, Brent Rooker, Seth Brown. These guys, they ain't the best guys. Zach, like I said, but they can, as anemic as this offense can get for the San Francisco Giants, Oakland, they barking. Even if the dogs are barking here. They are. Okay. Pittsburgh Pirates at Milwaukee Brewers here. We got an over under of 8.5. I say 8 here. All right. Brady Falter on the mound. Burns on the mound here. Okay. Now, they Milwaukee Brewers, they're big favorites, -250 favorites. It's hardly anything I can do with that. Maybe throw it in the money line parlay. It is what it is. It's the weekend. You know, it's the weekend, and these games can get really, 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 really suspect, man. Looking at some of the numbers for Pittsburgh, they've been hitting righties well. They've been striking out too. You know what I'm saying? Last time, the only time I think Burns faced these guys, he went 7 innings with 7 strikeouts. Okay, so his innings sitting at 18.5. Now I couldn't talk you off of that at home. I have interest in this 18. I might sprinkle on it. I might sprinkle on Burns. I might sprinkle on it, and then his strikeouts sitting at 7.5. Definitely doable. I don't know if I'm gonna get there though. Tease it down if you want. I guess it is what it is. All right. Brady Falter, he pitches his worst versus lefties. Um, Bump to some on Yelich. Yelich don't hit lefties well, but it's a bump to him either way it go because Falter don't pitch. You don't. He pitches don't. He's not pitching his greatest stuff to lefties. Um, Contreras, he hits lefties well, so that's another bat you can look at there. And I don't know the -250 favorites. I don't know, man. I might put it on a little money line parlay, but I don't think I don't know. Things can get fishy, man. So if I had to bet it, I'll back the pitch, and it's gonna be Milwaukee or nothing for me. But not betting that. Chicago White Sox at Cleveland Guardians. All right, Kopech on the mound. You never know when Kopech's going to have a good game. He's been bad last few games. It just is what it is. All right. So White Sox then packed it in anyway. I don't like Noah Syndergaard. Cleveland Guardians. I don't like Noah Syndergaard. I'll be looking at Ramirez for a hit, maybe hits, runs, and RBIs. Even if it's a parlay piece, I'll be looking at that. Syndergaard. We don't know who's going to get on the base. That's the thing for me. He gives up stolen bases, but I don't know who the fuck gonna get on base. If Tim Anderson get on base, he can get a stolen base, man. It just is what it is. They're gonna steal some bags, but whoever gets on base gonna steal a base on Syndergaard. He's terrible in that category. People love. He just gave up 3 or 4 stolen bases his last outing versus the Angels. I mean versus the Houston. All right, I know because I put them in the same. I put 2 guys to steal a base in the same game parlay, Tucker and Altuve. That was crazy. All right, so yeah, but Eloy might be in the lineup here. That's one thing. Jose Ramirez hits runs and RBIs at the parlay piece at -170. I do like that. Um, yeah, I do like that. Couldn't talk off you, Robert. Robert sitting at 2.5 right now. Interesting. Eloy sitting at 2.5 right now. Interesting. I guess they expect Chicago to pop out here. Teddy sitting at 2.5. Now I might sprinkle on that. I think Syndergaard's pitching his worst versus left hand batters, but other than that, it is what it is. Arizona Diamondbacks at Minnesota Twins. Now this one here is another doozy here. What's the line on this one here? It's another doozy because we got over under 8.5. Arizona offense has been anemic. Nelson is trash at home, but his splits he's good on the road. Like facing Minnesota Twins, a team that you can get some value on the strikeouts. He's got like 3 or 4 games with 6 strikeouts, but his strikeout numbers are off, are really, really down. I'm talking about Nelson here. Um, I want to trust him, but Minnesota Twins, like anything I do regarding betting on Minnesota, it backfires. I don't know what to do here. Minnesota Twin top 5 in striking out versus right hand pitching all the way through. I'm tempting to jump on the 4.5 strikeouts for Nelson, but Nelson's K rate is down, like not even 20, like so it's a lot, man. So what I'm probably gonna end up for fun. Okay, so yesterday I gave you guys Kelly. All right, told you could take him up to 9, 10, whatever. He goes out there and get 9 strikeouts, right? So I got a little bit of that money in my pocket. Now I'm gonna take Nelson. Let's see. I'm gonna take Nelson. This is for fun here, okay? This is not nothing I advise or whatever the case may be, but it's a good strikeout spot. I'm gonna take Nelson. Let's see. You're gonna get 4.5 at plus money. So, mm, 4.5 at plus money. This shit's crazy. Take him up to he hasn't had 7 strikeouts, none this year. I'm gonna take him up to 6. All right, I'm gonna take him up to 6 and close my eyes. I don't care. I'm gonna sprinkle a little something on it, man. Just a little something. Just a little something up to 6. It is what it is. All right. On the flip side, Arizona Diamondbacks not the biggest strikeout team here. Kita Maeda, I didn't look at his strikeout numbers this morning, so let's take a look at them now. Um, yeah, he been striking motherfuckers out. 29% overall, 30 to lefties, 28 to righties. Let me see. Let's see. Versus right hand pitching. What is Arizona might have been striking out lately, man. And they got a couple new additions depending on who's in that lineup. Last 30 days, Arizona 21st at 21%. That's around league average there with an 87 WRC plus. So they ain't hitting them. They wasn't hitting them that much. Arizona. 22nd, around 20th, the last 2 weeks with 100 WRC plus, 108 to be exact, last 7 days. What have they been doing in the strikeout department lately? Arizona. They right around the 20 to 21% for the last month. 48 WRC plus, 200 plate appearances. Man, I'm gonna have to lean towards Minnesota in this one. If I'm betting the game here, it's gonna be Minnesota or nothing. If I'm taking a bat from Arizona, it's gonna be Carroll and or Marte. And if I am taking some bats from Minnesota, they got plenty of bats. They got plenty of bats. They need to put them together. They got plenty of bats. They need to put them together. All right, let me keep it moving. Colorado Rockies at St. Louis Cardinals here over on the 9 in the spot. St. Louis Cardinals heavy favorites and rightfully so. Matt's been pitching good as of late. Block on him, Black, however you pronounce his name, on the mound, and he's giving it up to righties. All right, so the right hand batter's in play here for me. Hits. I'm gonna do hits, runs, and RBIs for Contreras. Um, Goldie and Arenado. Okay, I'm looking at the right hand batters there. Want to sprinkle something on the strikeouts for Mats here, sitting at 5.5. I lean towards the over there, and I'm leaning towards the over outs for him at 17.5. I think he can get there versus this Colorado Rockies team. Okay, next game on the docket here is going to be the Dodgers, San Diego. I don't want to touch this game here. Snell hasn't been going a lot of innings. Okay, so don't be afraid to take first fives where you can back up your pitchers and stuff like that. Where you did, hey, I know he's gonna go 5 innings and stuff like that. So there you have that. Freddie Freeman, he hits lefties well. So that'll be the only bat that I'll probably be able to recommend to you guys. Maybe some Mookie, but I'm probably just gonna fall off to this. I don't have to jump at the Dodgers every time these motherfuckers on the slate. But take into consideration the first fives. Okay, that alleviates the bullpen, gives the starting pitchers a chance to win the game, to win the bet for you. And if you want to target you catch a gas can in there, and hey, first five, alleviate the bullpens, and be done with it. Seattle Mariners at Los Angeles Angels. Kirby on the mound. Anderson on the mound. Didn't expect for them to go off like that last night, but it is what it is. Kirby, his K rate is not the highest, okay? But last 3 games, he's striking motherfuckers out. However, this is 2 high strikeout matchups versus the Angels and the Mariners here. So, like I said, last night I didn't expect them to put up all those runs. You know, Otani is definitely in play here. Kirby's giving up uh 2 walks, more than 1 walk twice this year. That's it. More than 1 walk twice. All right. So I took his under 1.5 walks last game, and it failed for me. He had 2 walks. Going right back to the well as a parlay piece here. I didn't, he's only that's just is what it is. But no, I might temper my expectations. No, not this game. Erase that. Erase that. Not with a Tani out there. Not this game. Okay. Either way it goes, I like Otani. He's got a bomb off of Kirby there. You can look at his hits, runs, and RBIs if you want. Got over in the 9 in the spot. Kirby will give up a home run. You know what I'm saying. So it is what it is. Not my favorite game. Anderson on the other side there. Like I said, another strikeout matchup for him. His strikeout probably sitting at 4.5. Let's take a look. Sitting at 5.5 right now. I don't know, man. I'll be thinking about it. I'll be thinking about it when that time comes. Okay, so that's just about sums it up. Prize picks. Didn't get a chance to look at all the picks on all the props on Prize Picks, but 2 that I really like. Ellie De La Cruz. The combo hits, runs, and RBIs combo. At 4, I think these guys can get 2. I think these guys can get more than 4 together. Bobby Witt Jr. and Bryce Harper. This was a lean towards the over, and it was what happened? I had Now, Reyes and Corey Seager, I like that one. And they took it down. No, no. His runs and RBIs. Um, we had Alvarez out there. Damn, they took Alvarez down. I sprinkled on it already, but they took Alvarez down. Was he in the lineup? I don't know. I'm not gonna look right now. So I haven't got a chance. I'll go through the pictures with you guys. I'll go to the pictures with you guys. With you guys. Let me go down to the back, to the bottom of the barrel here. Um, because I didn't do a six pick. Anderson, Kirby at a flat six. Yarbrough starting? Oh no. Mm-mm. It might be San Diego for me. Mets, Burns, Nelson. Let me take Nelson. Blackburn might get there. Abbott, Elder at 4. Hmm. I gotta take another look at that. Elder at 4. Cubs is not beating up on right hand pitching. Mm, Mats. How many picks is that? 4. Tyler Anderson, Kirby. Let's go to the pitching outs real quick. These are some of my go to spots. Let's start from the back here. 16 and a half for Kirby. I mean for Snell. He doesn't go 6 a lot. So that's skeptical. Skeptical. Tyler Anderson, 17 and a half. Nelson. Now Nelson, I couldn't talk off his strikeouts or his outs. Kenta Maeda, probably his outs. Okay, I might take that for Kenta Maeda. Andrew Abbott in the small park where I think Washington might get there. It's probably a trap. Andrew Abbott is a great pitcher, though. I can tell you that right now. The fifth prop, I'm having the sixth prop, I'm having problems with it. You guys got an extra prop? Let me know. All right. With that being said, I know this video was long, but peace out. All right. Peace.